Okay. All right, guys. Hi, my name is Kate. I started a company called Fredhappy, and I'm going to welcome you. All right. I welcome you. I'm going to show you around a little bit. Um, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. I've been in marketing for 30 years. Okay. And I've seen a lot of things come and go. And I worked really, really hard. When I was working, I was focused, hyper focused. I was also hyper vigilant. Okay. So low key, always kind of like you should see, like my shoulders are kind of like still up to here. I've had burnout a couple of times. You know, turns out all of that is a trauma response, and I really didn't realize that. I never knew. I never knew. I had an extraordinary experience happen to me, and I'm grateful to be here with you guys. I was workplace mobbed, and that happens to a lot of people. I spent the next good solid year trying to really map out what had happened because I was very confused. I used the opportunity of the pain that was involved in that corporate betrayal to really dig into everything. I was like, well, if I'm gonna, I call it a healing sabbatical. Okay. If I was going to unpack a portion of what happened, I might as well unpack everything. And I did my work. Okay. I went through all kinds of things. And along the way, I started writing. Now, that's not unusual for me. I've written my entire life. And, all the way from when I was a little child all the way up to, I've written novels. I've always written. But what I never really did was believe in myself. And what I never really did was put myself out there. And after the workplace mobbing, um, I've decided to take a chance on me. So this is your welcome to my business. It's a work of art that is in process. Okay. I am a very creative person. So I made a pivot and I started to believe in my own work. Okay. In my own voice. And I've written books that help provide language and in the body section provide specific protocols. Some of them do involve fiction as well. I think story is a really cool way to reach into the heart of the matter. Okay. When I was in marketing, I was in industrial marketing. So everything from water systems to communications, data centers, distributed data networks, oil and gas production, precision measurements, food production, um, durable good production, mining, all kinds of stuff. So, I think I kind of look at the world a little bit different. All right. And it's reflected in these books. Some of you guys know computing, some of you don't. I had to reinstall my BIOS. Okay. Yeah, I had to reinstall my BIOS. Okay. It was good because it allowed me to reinstall better thinking. Okay. More optimized thinking, more confidence. I've spent a lot of time in this body section. Okay. I am still actively doing protocols to heal my own self from something called complex PTSD. Because turns out a lifetime of bullying has made me flinch like this. Ugh. So I have literally kind of some adaptations um, that I'm working on. I'm working on. Join me. Okay. Let's go through protection. Okay. Protection is when This is the phase of the healing journey for me when I was furious. Okay. Furious. How dare they? Oh man, the injustice. And I have got a lot more books to bring to market. I'm looking forward to that. But what I really started with was this idea that I was going to map out what happened. So tells, tests, and triangles are actual textbooks. Okay. And I was able to write an actual textbook with the help of AI. I used 30 different fields of study, specific academic terms that made sense and helped explain what had happened to me. Now, this is the blog site. This kind of gives you a little bit of a behind the book. Okay, so like origin stories, I go into more detail. I also have 3 books about manipulation and the different ways that people manipulate other people. Frankly, I found it fascinating. Okay, I was an anthropologist in college. I've always been really interested in culture. I've been interested in world myth and people, just people in general. I like the idea of people. Okay. These are hard subjects, but I've tried to make it entertaining. I am a very imaginative person. I'm hoping that you have fun exploring my site. Recovery is the next phase. For my own healing, I needed a hug. Okay, big time. Because I was doing things like reparenting. I was going all the way back, right? Like I just decided to heal through everything because I never wanted to have that kind of betrayal trauma happen to me again. It's happened over and over. It was a pattern. I needed to get better and I needed to get better fast. Okay, I'm a mom. I have to be bringing in income. I can't just be missing work. So I decided to take the opportunity to heal. And on the way, I started writing this content. And now I feel like I'm going to be promoting this content because you know what? What I wrote about helped me. I feel very comfortable saying this. I went from complex PTSD and adult onset acute PTSD to post-traumatic growth. Am I perfect? No. Do I still have more to learn and grow? Yeah, absolutely. And I'm fine tuning and I'm thinking about new stuff and I'm constantly working and engaging with growth, right? My goal is to be the best person I can possibly be. So there's a mix of tone in the recovery section. Some of it is like, some of it is like, come on, bring it in. Bring it on in. Okay, bring it on. It's okay. Bring it on in. And that is what recovery looks like. Here's what I'm doing with expansion. I spent years and years around data centers. And in order for, um, you have to, there's a lot of cybercrime. Okay, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with all the data. So people talk about hardening the data centers. I am literally hardening not only those workplace mobbing books in terms of documentation, but I'm also hardening the expansion books. This is my passion project, and this is where I really live. Now, bear with me. I'm going to pop over to the business site. Okay. Then we're going to talk about expansion. Expansion for me, because I spent so long in corporate America. Okay. There's so much more coming, you guys. There's so much more coming. I feel like one of the jobs that I have on this planet is to help business move from extractive capitalism into a more human-centered, nervous system friendly environment. Okay. I think it is time. I think we're going to produce more. We're going to produce better. We're going to produce faster. We're going to be more interested and we're going to be more interesting when we aren't being squashed like bugs. I think everybody's interested in working with more flow. I have so many ideas, you guys. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys can read all this stuff, have fun popping around. All right. Now, the other thing that I really want to talk about is this email. Okay.